Okay, first, sorry to those who waited for this video. It took longer than expected thanks to college work. But now it's here. You don't have to watch part 1 to get this part. They're very loosely connected. One thing that Kekkai Sensen Beyond had to live up to was an awesome OP and the best ED in recent years. While the new ED doesn't compare to the original, the OP still doesn't compare. But that doesn't mean that it's bad, it's just that the original was so jam-packed with information and meaning that not much can compare with it. It was one of Mother's Basement's favorite OPs from 2015. This OP is still fun and still warrants some talk about it, before it's just written off as inferior. So let's begin. The first thing you may notice about this OP is that the OP is in English. Well, part of it anyway, just the first half of the verse. And another thing is the subtitles. Yes, Crunchyroll and Funimation actually translated the song, which makes this OP already a little cooler. But that won't factor into the quality of it though, so don't worry, I'm not that biased. But I am incredibly biased to the English. I don't know why, but I always like a good English opening, something like the World God Only Knows OPs, or the second 7 Deadly Sins OP, or the English version of the ED from Mob Psycho 100. The song itself was even a great pick for the show's universe, being called Fake Town Baby, and it was probably intentional considering that this OP is done by Unison Square Garden. They did the ED for the last season. And despite being no bumper chicken, they can still put up a fight in terms of quality. Okay, enough about the song, let's dissect the visuals. The OP starts with a classic character roll call. This is pretty cool, because it shows you almost everyone's power. Steven gets kinda shafted, but he gets his moment later in the OP, so it's fine. The butler also doesn't really get anything, but he hasn't shown his powers yet, so that's fine. But if I'm wrong about his power being shown somewhere in the series, someone correct me in the comments. And with this character roll call, we end it with the singer saying the name of the song, Fake Town, as we cut to the visual of the city. So that cues in the viewer that the song is about this city, which contextualizes the rest of the OP. Another thing that's cool is the credits themselves. They have a glitchiness to them which makes it cool to look at. And trust me, I never care about credits, so when I mention it, it must be some sort of noteworthy. Now, back to the visuals. This shows Leo and Zap running through the city. It uses this as a chance to show some characters from Season 1, probably to reassure you that they still exist, and will probably appear again this season, sometime down the line. Back to the running. You figure they're looking for something, but you don't know what it is until it's revealed that they're searching for hidden vampires. That goes to show that vampires will probably have a bigger focus this season. I mean, the show has to earn that vampire tag somehow. But I also love the returning motifs. Like it shows the King of Depravity and all his goons at a carnival again, pushing the idea that they see the city as a playground more than a place where people live. Also, Ghost White is a nice touch, which can give a fan hope that she will appear again, even if it's a minor role. They also bring back the motif of his sister and the rose petals, and use them to great effect too. They use it while his sister Michaela is laying in the grass, probably in front of the pond that she is always sitting in front of, and has the gods, while it zooms in on the Tortoise Night picture from Season 1. This may be foreshadowing for a confrontation again, and if it is, cool, but if it isn't, that's okay. Not that big of a deal. Because they even go to show the petals without her on screen. I feel this symbolizes that Leo carries the memory of his sister with him wherever he goes and whatever he does, and is motivated by what she did for him and what his final objective is. To get his sister her eyes back, and to get his eyes fixed. This leads to a very well animated action segment of the characters in battle against vampires, and winning. And after they win, it cuts to them looking at the river as the singer says, "Even the man-eating ghouls are clapping their hands. Here's the round of applause you were waiting for. Here's the foolproof winning odds you have been waiting for." As Claus fist bumps Leo, and as we get one last group shot. Man, this OP is fun, but what I think that makes it more fun is that it's a mini episode of the show. I mean, look at its structure. Leo and Zap are paired up for some mission, they succeed, they call everyone else, they solve the problem, day over. Also, having possible foreshadowing, it's really impressive. To enforce my theory by saying it's just another mission, look at the time of day. The OP starts at the morning, we move to afternoon, then we go to night. Then we have another sunrise. It's literally 24 hours of these characters' lives. So despite not being Hello World, I do feel that it's one of the best OPs this season. So glad I actually got this done in time. If you stuck around this long, then please like and subscribe and leave a comment. I always respond. And if you want, you could check out part 1 of this. Now 2-parter that used to be a 3-parter. Over there, or click over there for what Google recommends to you. But if I don't see you again, have a good night and take care.